So good morning students. Today here I'm going to start with the BSC third semester in that human physiology. I want to start with a chapter that it is the third chapter, fourth chapter, fourth unit that it is the excretion. What it is? It is the excretion. Okay. What do you mean by excretion? Here, humans accumulate some of the nitrogenous waste. What they accumulate? They not only the humans. If we take some of the animals, okay, animals they will accumulate some of the nitrogenous waste, and along with that there will be some excretory products. If it is present in the body, means that may cause the harmful or harm to the body. For that reason, here they has to be removed out from the body. Okay. So, what are that particular substances? What are that particular nitrogenous substances that should not be present in our body? Okay. So, here let's say animals accumulate ammonia. Animals accumulate. What are that substances? Means that it is the ammonia, urea, uric acid, carbon dioxide, water. So here that it is ammonia, urea, uric acid, carbon dioxide, water. Okay, ammonia, urea, uric acid, carbon dioxide, water, and some of the ions. These are the major products that should, if it is present in the body, means it may cause harm to the body. Okay, these all are what? Nitrogenous waste. Not only nitrogenous waste, the waste which is going to produce in our body. Okay, along with this, there is a presence of some ions. What are that ions? Means ions like what are that ions? Means that such as sodium ion, potassium ion, chloride ion, sodium ion, potassium ion, chloride ions. These all are the ions that has to be removed or excreted out from the body. Okay, and as well as the phosphate ion, phosphate, sulfate, etc. These all are the things that has to be removed out from the body. How means that is, see, they are accumulating. How they are accumulating? Accumulating means they are present in our body. How means either by metabolic activities or by other means such as ingestions. Okay, excess ingestions. They will accumulate in our body by metabolic activities or other means such as by either by other means like excess ingestion. Okay, see here in human body, if you talk only about the human body, this is the human being. The human is going to eat the food. In that food, there will be presence of carbohydrates, proteins, amino acids, then lipids, fats and all. So these are going to be digested or ingested. After that, that is going to be digested. Okay, after that, that is going to be digested. In return, whatever, see, this is the human body, which is made up of what? Cells. So all the cells require all these nutrients. In return, these cells also require water, oxygen, ions, okay, etc., etc. So in return, they will ingest it, they will utilize it. Then in return, what they are going to give means they are going to excrete, or they are going to eject out from the body. What are that? Some of the substances are going to converted into in the form of nitrogenous waste. Okay, this oxygen is going to convert it into the carbon dioxide. Okay, so in this way, the excretion is going to take place. So these substances has to be removed totally or removed partially. Okay, totally it has to be removed or not else it has to be removed partially. So in this chapter, you will learn about the structure of nephron, mechanism of urine formation, then counter current mechanism. So here, among these all these substances, what are the major nitrogenous waste? Here you see, among all these substances, what are the major nitrogenous waste means that is ammonia, urea, and one more, that is uric acid. Here, these three are the major nitrogenous waste which has to be removed from the body. Okay, so among these are the, what are these? These are the forms of nitrogenous waste. Okay, among these three, which is the highly toxic means ammonia, which is highly toxic. Highly toxic substance. Then, as compared to ammonia, which is the next toxic means next higher toxic or less toxic as compared to the ammonia means this is the urea is the less toxic as compared to the ammonia. Then uric acid is least toxic means very low toxic. Okay. For the removal of or excreting the ammonia, which is highly toxic substance, here it requires a maximum amount of water. Okay, see here. Ammonia, which is highly toxic. Ammonia, which is highly toxic. As they are highly toxic, during the elimination of ammonia, it requires a maximum amount of water. Okay, so here ammonia is the most toxic form and requires a large amount of water. It requires a large amount of water for its elimination. Okay, it requires how much water? That is large amount of water for its elimination. Okay, then as compared to ammonia, which is less toxic, that it is a urea. Okay, so it can be removed. Urea and uric acid, which are less toxic as compared to the ammonia, it requires a minimum amount of water. Amount of water for its elimination. Keep in mind, which is the very much toxic, that it is the ammonia. Urea and uric acid are less toxic as compared to the ammonia. Okay. The next term here. Next, see here, there are three processes among the excretion. What are that three processes? Means one is ammonotelism, ureotelism, and uricotelism. Okay. On the basis of this toxic substances, the excretion is divided into three types. What are that? That it is the ammonotelism, or ureotelism or uricotelism. Otherwise, we can also say on the basis of this nitrogenous waste, the animals are divided into three types. What are that? Ammonotelic animals, ureotelic animals, and uricotelic animals. So let's see about that one. See here, on the basis of form of nitrogenous waste, on the basis of forms of nitrogenous waste, animals are classified into three types. And what are the three types of animals? Means that is the first is ammonotelic animals. Okay. Second is ureotelic animals. Okay. Then third is uricotelic animals. So first we will see about the ammonotelic animals. Here, first of all, the process of excreting ammonia is known as the ammonotelism. First point, process of excreting ammonia, it is known as the ammonotelism. What it is known as? That particular process in which the animals are going to excrete the ammonia. To that particular process, you can call it as the ammonotelism, and the animals are known as the ammonotelic animals. Okay. So, what are the examples? Means, see, as I told you, it requires a large amount of water for its elimination. It requires a large amount of water for its elimination. Okay. So here, what is it requires a large amount of water for its elimination. So, which animals will be the ammonotelic? Means, especially the animals which lives in the water. Which are what we can say to that animals? That it is the aquatic animals. So here that it is many bony fishes. Example, if we talk about the examples of ammonotelic, many bony fishes. Examples of ammonotelic animals. Then aquatic amphibians, aquatic insects. Aquatic amphibians, and one more, that it is aquatic insects. These all are what? These all are the examples of ammonotelic animals. The next here, in this there will be no presence of kidneys. Okay, here through the body surface, see ammonia which is already soluble, which is readily soluble. As you know, the ammonia which is readily soluble substance. What it is? It is a readily soluble substance. It is how it is going to excrete, means that is by a simple process, that is the diffusion across the body surface. Ammonia that is going to be excreted by a process that it is known as the diffusion. Diffusion across the body surface. In this manner, the ammonia is going to be excreted out from the body. Okay, and here, as I told you, one of the example that it is the bony fishes. In bony fishes, who will play a role of excreting ammonia means that it is the gill surface. Okay, so in some of the fishes, gill surface, it is going to excrete the ammonia. Okay, so here the kidneys will not take place, kidneys will not be there, so it will not play a significant role in the excretion. Okay, so this is about what? This is about all about the ammonotelic animals or ammonotalism. Next we will go for the ureotelic animals. So let's see about that one. Next one, that it is ureotelic animals. Okay, so here ureotelic as well as the uricotelic. See, ureotelic means the process of excreting urea as a nitrogenous waste. It is known as the ureotelism. What it is known as? It is known as the process, that particular process we can call it as the ureotelism. Okay, and here this is lesser toxic as compared to the ammonia. Lesser toxic substance. Okay, the next here, what are the examples of this ureotelic animals? Means here, as I told, there in the ammonotalism, there it requires a large amount of water, but here it requires a minimum amount of water for its excretion. Okay, for its excretion, it requires a minimum amount of water. Okay, so here what I am telling, as it requires a minimum amount of water, which animals will exhibit the ureotelism? Means that it is the terrestrial animals. Which animals? Is the terrestrial, means the animals which lives in the on the land. In that we can see the process of ureotelism. So here, what are the examples? Means that it is the mammals, many amphibians and marine fishes. Okay. Example, mammals. In this comes the human beings also. Mammals, marine fishes, where salt water. Okay. The water content is lesser, but the salt content is higher in salty water, are the fishes which lives in the salty water, and land or terrestrial amphibians. They also exhibit the what? That is the ureotelic animals. Okay. The next And these animals, we can call it as the ureotelic. This process, we can call it as the ureotelism. So ammonia produced by metabolism, it is converted into urea in the liver of these animals and released into the blood. See, first of all, whatever the mammals, either it may be mammals, any animal will be there. First, what they will produce? They will produce the ammonia. See here. First of all, the animals, they are going to produce the ammonia. Okay, they are going to produce the ammonia, then through metabolism or metabolic activities. This ammonia by metabolism, okay, by metabolic activities in the body, this ammonia is going to converted into the urea. This ammonia gets converted into the, by metabolism process, ammonia gets converted into the urea. Where? In which organ? That is in liver. See, first the body will produce the nitrogenous waste, that will be in the form of what? Ammonia only. But that ammonia in the terrestrial animal, there is not much amount of water. So that ammonia has to be converted inside the body only. Where it is going to convert it? That is in the liver. That ammonia is going to convert it into the what? Urea. Then after conversion of ammonia into the urea, this urea gets released into the blood. It gets released into blood. Okay, this ammonia gets released into the blood, which is filtered and excreted out by the kidneys. From the blood, it is going to be filtered, then released into the blood. Released through the kidneys, through the organ for specially meant for the excretion, that we can call it as the kidneys. Okay, so some amount of urea may retain in the kidneys matrix of some of these animals to maintain a desired osmolarity. Here urea, all the urea which is produced by the body, that is not going to be excreted from the body, but some of the urea is going to be remained inside the kidneys. For what purpose? For to maintain the osmolarity or body water balance. Okay, so which animals? See, next lastly comes the uricotelic animals. Here the process of excreting uric acid is known as the uricotelism. What it is known as? It is known as the uricotelism process. Okay, so here this uric acid is also very less toxic as compared to the ammonia, and it also requires a very less or minimum amount of water for excretion. What are the examples? Means that is the reptiles, birds, snails. Example, that is reptiles, birds, snails. Okay, reptiles, birds, snails, and insects. These all are the animals which are going to excrete the what nitrogenous waste in which form? That is in the form of uric acid. Okay, uric acid, and here they are going to excrete uric acid in the form of pellets. Pellets or paste, what you call. In the form of paste or pellets, they are going to, because there is a minimum loss of water. Pellets or paste. So here there is a, due to which there is a minimum loss of water. They are not going to excrete totally whole liquid form. They are going to excrete the uric acid in the form of what? Pellets or paste. So there is a minimum loss of water and are called the uricotelic animals. So this is about the different types of animals on the basis of what? On the basis of this nitrogenous waste. Next, if we go through all the animals, or if you go through the animal kingdom, there is a presence of various excretory structures. In all the animals, there will be no presence of kidneys. See, if we talk about the excretion, in our mind comes the kidneys. But here, all animals will not exhibit, or in them, there will be no presence of kidneys. Okay, there is a presence of some different excretory structures. So let's say about that excretory structures. Next, that it is about the excretory structure in different types of animals. Okay. Excretory structures present in different types of or different varieties of animals. Present in varieties of animals. What are that? Means in most of the invertebrates. Okay, in most of the invertebrates, there is a presence of simple tubular forms. Okay, here in invertebrates. Invertebrates means what? It does not have the vertebral column. Okay, in invertebrates, there is a presence of simple tubular forms. What are that? That it is the excretory structures. Simple, it is in the form of simple tubular form. The next, in vertebrates. In vertebrates have a complex tubular organs. In vertebrates, there is a presence of what? Complex tubular organs. Complex tubular organs, and the complex tubular organs we can call it as the kidneys. What it is? That is the kidneys. In whom it will be present? That it is in the vertebrates. Okay. So here in invertebrates, some of the example I will tell you. In platyhelminths, platyhelminthus, that it is in flatworms. In flatworms, whether there is a presence of kidneys means there is no presence of kidneys, but there is in some simple tubular forms And here in the flat forms, the body is totally flattened. There is no presence of such tubular forms, but some cells are going to exhibit the excretion, and that cells are known as the protonephridia or flame cells. Protonephridia are, these cells are also known as the flame cells. Okay, the cells are also known as the flame cells, and some of the annelids and cephalochordata not only the platinum emitters, is also present in annelids, cephalochordates, such as one of the example that it is an amphioxus. Okay, except this one, in some of the animals there is a presence of nephridia, which are the tubular excretory structures. That it is in earthworm. In earthworm there is a presence of nephridia, which is a tubular form for excretion. Okay, so and one more thing, that it is a Malpighian tubules, which is present in the insects. What it is? That it is a Malpighian tubules. In some of the earthworm, nephridia are present. In some of the insect, Malpighian tubule, platyhelminthes, annelids, and cephalochordates, protonephridia or flame cells will be present. Okay, and in some of the crustaceans like prawns and all, what will be who is going to perform the excretion means that it is the antennal glands or green glands. Antennal or green glands. In whom it is present? That it is in the prawns. Prawns are crustaceans. Okay. So this is about what? Excretory structures. Okay. So the next class we will talk about the excretory system. Okay. Thank you.